Let's turn to business news now. Jonathan Mitchell joining us from Wellington this week. Jonathan, nice to have you back with us. Fascinating old day. Gold prices fell because the markets think that Hillary Clinton's got it sewn up now. Boy, they're tempting fate, I suspect. But we're looking at banking. Westpac came out with a lower profit result today, is that right?
Yes, it came out with a lower profit after BNZ and ANZ Bank also reported weaker results in the past week or so. Westpac's profit fell 4% to $872 million. Still pretty healthy by profit standards, but certainly reflects a number of things biting into the sector at the moment. Low interest rates and tough competition are affecting margins. Its bad debts also grew, mainly due to the dairy sector, the farming sector weakness. One thing that's also coming through is the shift to banking online and cutting retail stores, something certainly ANZ was talking about. Westpac is closing 9 retail stores. In terms of mortgage lending, though, whether they'll head lower, still a bit unclear. You know, the Reserve Bank is expected to cut interest rates this week to a record low 1.75%. Whether the retail banks pass that on fully is still unknown. The banks certainly want to increase their coffers and in turn raise deposit rates. So that's something that's a little bit unclear at the moment.
Interesting interview with Cameron Bagri to that effect on Morning Report this morning, wasn't there, where he was saying basically long-term rates have gone as low as they're going to go. Let's move from banks to casinos. Sky City has a new CEO, Jonathan?
That's right. You'll remember Nigel Morrison resigned quite abruptly back in April. He's being replaced by Graham Stevens, who heads the South African-based casino Sun International. And like Sky City, with its convention centre and hotel development, as well as growth in Adelaide, Sun International has expanded overseas into several Latin American markets. He's coming in at quite an interesting time for the sector. There's tough competition out there. There's been a decline in the number of high rollers doing business, and there's also been a crackdown by Chinese authorities on their nationals gambling overseas. He takes on the role in May. Sky City has told me today they're expecting him to come in with some fresh ideas, a long-term strategy to try stave off the competition.
Jonathan, the markets, boy, they must be punch drunk. So this year we've had China, of course, we've had Brexit, we've had real uncertainty about where the US elections are going. There is a sense after that FBI announcement today that that Clinton really is now out in front as the favourite, although these are the same people, of course, who predicted Brexit wouldn't happen. What did the markets do?
Well, we're certainly noticing the effect already after that FBI investigation cleared Hillary Clinton. The NZX Top 50 Index had a strong finish, up around 2.5%, and that's very strong, up 164 points to 6872. The dollar is trading quite steady at the moment, 73.12 US cents and 94.22 Australian, but there's more to come on this as we get closer to Wednesday.
Yeah. Talk to you tomorrow. Thanks, Jonathan. Jonathan Mitchell live from Wellington.